Welcome everyone to the Quit Stalling Geekcast. I am your host. My name is Herald Silvestre, and I'm Tasmanian Devil. I'm welcoming you to the Quit Stalling Media studio on this fine Sunday afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, we got what if to talk about today, and a couple of other things. So stick around. And with me on this fine episode is a man known to his grasshoppers as the Sensei of humor. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Derek O'Brien.
Hello.
Oh,
I just had this cool, toy I had to show you guys. Konichi, what is up?
What?
I was born in it. Wait, I got this little cool Sub-Zero looking mask. I feel very hip. No, my mom. Let's cut the crap here. I got gifted. My mom was in Cali this weekend or for the week, and she was like, "Hey, I got you some cool stuff," and I'm like, "Oh, did you now?" And this is one of those things. So very cool. It can like match your voice, and also like there's like different modes. You can just make it do that. It can just. For the people watching or listening to the audio version of the podcast, so what Derek's holding up is a light up mask. It's a regular face mask. Well, not so regular actually, because it's got LED lights that match his voice. Yes.
Like they blink and unblink based on the sound waves emitted from near the receiver. So it's pretty epic. It looks very
sick.
It looks very Gundam-ish.
Honestly, the thing I like about it is the shape of the mask. How like it looks very cool. That's like my, honestly, that's my favorite thing about COVID. Like, despite everything being horrible, is that some mask that you can wear look pretty badass.
Yes.
Like, I really want an Oni mask. Like, I'm probably gonna try to get one for Christmas on Etsy or something. But man. Now's the time, guys. You want to look like ninjas. You want to look like cosplay, pretty much.
There's an excuse now.
Yeah,
Derek, I got a caption for your Oni mask. When you post it, it's Onichi. What is up?
I was gonna say like what I say on my when I play with the Oni demons on my scary stream. Subscribe to my Oni fans. My one and only. The water kind of gave me cover there.
They gotta Oni up the money. Right. Oh, there it is. It's sound reactive. Thank you. It's sound reactive. That's what it is.
Okay.
Sound
reactive.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It has a Gundam
either that
feel.
or a pink one. So I said I'll take the blue one. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, pink does kind of look cool depending on what you're wearing. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That one's more versatile.
I can 3D print an Oni mask
too. Why not? We've done it.
Why not?
We've done it.
Why not?
What if you 3D printed?
Right. Speaking of 3D printing, I like that little teaser. Can't really say much about it in chat, but you know what I'm talking about. I like that. Very, very cool, Harold, that we've made. I like that. I don't want to get ahead of myself. You know what I mean? There you go, guys. Your one and only exclusive for next. Damn it, wow. Dude, Christmas is next month. It's so weird to say that. Damn, Christmas is next month. Spider-Man is next month. Boba Fett's next month. Mandalorian season 3 is next month. Like, damn, man, there's so much stuff happening.
It's fast.
Hawkeye is next month. Jeez, man, like. Dude, next month is gonna be a good time for show.
Yeah,
baby. It's
yes.
Ooh.
It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
Really
ridiculous. It's fast. It's going fast. I got the link for you. For the 3D print. Let me send it to you on Discord as we're going through the sort of show. Derek,
to me. Yes.
I got a quick cue for you, brother.
Hit me.
Because as you might be aware.
Okay.
As we may have discussed previously, Shang-Chi is out on Disney Plus, which means it'll be out for the rest of the world virtually in 6 days. It's about time. It's about time.
I'm glad, man. You can finally see it It's so beautiful. It
took too long. It took too long to get to us. So
yeah, I know, man.
With that being said, Sensei, give us a little bit of that Sensei wisdom. What advice can you give us to make the most out of our first time watch? You know, whether it's preparing beforehand with watching some things, or the optimum snacks to watch at home with. Drop some knowledge on us. What could you tell us? What's ideal?
I would say, for Sensei knowledge here, if I give you that knowledge, I would say you don't have to really watch anything. Maybe if you really want to watch something, Iron Man 2, if you haven't already. Just because they mentioned some things that might be, it might intrigue you, but then again, it's not required.
Okay.
You don't have to. You'll still get it if not. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty much a good standalone. Definitely, I would recommend to watch it on a big screen because as big of a screen as you can, just since the shots and the colors are amazing in the movie, man. Yeah, and I just enjoy it. It's very good. It's beautiful. I did tell this to a couple of friends, but like non-spoiler related, I kind of felt the same way I did after I watched Black Panther. Like, this movie was very diverse, and I love that. And it felt so good. It felt so natural in the MCU. It felt natural in the MCU for being a new hero, right? And that's kind of hard to do with, like, especially a lot of other movies. Don't want to stab at DC, but when you throw new people in, it's kind of hard to put them a part of the same universe. But Marvel did a good job with Black Panther. Hell, they did it with Spider-Man. They threw him in the middle of a Civil War movie. So yeah, man, it's a beautiful movie. It's good, like, Asian representation too. Oh man,
which is what a lot of people were kind of raving about when it first launched in theaters in the US.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, it's beautiful. I loved it, and then I watched it twice. That's how much I liked it.
Dang, man.
I would just say watch it.
Any ideal snacks, would you say, to be in theme?
Snack. Ideal snack. No, you know what? Anything, maybe, Twinkies, just US snacks, I would say hashtag not an ad, but, Gatorade, I don't know.
Gatorade! No. Derek, we're changing up our pace, Derek. We are shills now for G, no sugar, baby. G no sugar.
Sugar.
Not for me.
Yeah, BMO said, get some shomai.
Yes.
Have it up, man.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
if they ever,
are we thinking
like,
dim sum
in there, like.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Like dim sum. It is, it does take place in San Fran a little bit, so like
some noodles.
Some noodles,
Some noodles? Yeah, like some takeout noodles, some shomai, some dim sum. Okay.
Hey, shomai would have been nice if I had that. I wish they had that in the theater. That'd be kind of sick. Just eat it. That's what I do miss about the Philippines is that you could order like food.
Yeah.
Man, dude, so for those who don't know, who might be like Whoop and Joe, who was watching, man, like I was shook. So you go there and it's in the mall, right? The movie theaters, and you can go like to a Wendy's. Hell, any food store, and they ask you, hey, are you watching a movie, by the way? We can bring the food to you in the theater when it's ready. Or I'm like, yes, please. Like, I thought they were playing with me, but no. And then they actually come in the theater with a flashlight. They look for you. They just tell them what seat number, row number you are. Oh, man. I took it away. Because you can't bring food from well, you can here, but.
It's frowned upon.
It's frowned upon, but yes, there it's very accepted, and it's very accepted enough where all the stores around the theater kind of work together, and it's like, oh, you got food, come on in. That's cool.
Yeah. Because they get it, right? Like that. Here, with one or two cinemas aside that are kind of like Directors Club exclusives, like in a mall chain, we have like SM, where they actually don't allow outside food, but that's mainly because like they give you like popcorn and a bit of an experience inside once you get into the Directors Club.
Yeah, I think I've been to that. They have like a button, right? And they actually bring like a menu to you and stuff. Yeah, okay, that's cool too. They
have those here, but aside from that, like the malls kind of get it here. Like, you can get food from anywhere in the mall, to bring into our theater. Like, because
I know,
because they're connected to the mall themselves, so they get that. You know, you're not really taking away from the profit. If anything, you're adding to the experience. So yeah, that's one thing I really appreciate about theaters here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I missed it, but at the same time, there are theaters here that offer it. It's just really expensive. That's why I missed it in the Philippines, because
It's cheap.
the prices don't matter. It's like different. You know, it's like Wendy's prices, and then your movie prices. There, it's like the movie has all the nice food and stuff, but it's like Disneyland, man. It's just over expensive. But I was like, well, I'm not gonna not eat something when I'm watching the movie.
Because it's just a waste of an experience. It's a waste of an experience. Yeah.
It is, but yeah. Yes, any snack is fine for the movie. Show my if you can. Like Obimo said, that's perfect.
Excellent. I think I'll set that up because we will be watching from home here.
Yes.
In the Philippines.
Oh yes.
So that I'm gonna get some fried rice, some flat rice. I get some flat rice. I get some shawmai. I'll set that up. I'll set that up real good.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And I hope everyone at home enjoys Shang-Chi premiering. It says Friday on Disney Plus, which usually means midnight in the U.S., which is around 3 p.m. here, just like The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Just like What If when it premieres on Wednesdays, and same with
like a lot of all the Marvel stuff. That, it's like it's usually
3 p.m. here in Manila, midnight in the U.S. So I'm excited. I'm hoping people have a good reaction to it. I can't wait to see it. I hope it's not another Mulan. in terms of reaction.
It's so much. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good, man. I know you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's a beautiful movie. I can't say enough about how beautiful it is.
You know how hard it was, Sensei, to compartmentalize that part of my brain for so long.
I know. Oh my god, I know, man. It's like.
It's gonna be hell for Spider-Man. Like Eternals, I still can't.
Yeah.
Eternals. Yeah. It's premiered there. I'm gonna ignore it for now. But for Spider-Man,
but you guys are getting Spider-Man there, right? At the same time.
We're hoping, but you never know, man. We just lifted restrictions a little light. We made restrictions a little lighter now. Things are at like 80% capacity, I think. So it's kind of sketchy, because numbers could spike within the next month, and everything's gonna shut down again for Christmas. I hear you. So we'll see.
They're actually the theater we went to. They've the last 2 movies we've gone, they actually ask for your vaccination cards to go in. So I love that. Yeah, it feels a lot safer. And not a lot of people go to our theater anyway, so it's kind of nice. But I'm just like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, they ask for it.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Safe, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm glad. But speaking of theaters, Derek, I know you saw something. We were talking about this in the pre-show. You saw something in the theater.
I did.
You kind of want to talk about. What did you see?
I saw Eternals yesterday.
Oh, mama. Oh,
what a cast, first of all. Yeah, man. Oh, man. I haven't seen Angelina in a movie in a while. That's just me personally. I think Maleficent might have been the last movie I actually watched of hers.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a long time. But, man, she's still got a great actress, man.
We're not going to spoil anything for those. I know people are afraid. Right now.
We're not doing that today. We're gonna wait till Herald watches it, and then we'll give you guys a review. It's I liked it. It might not be the same cup of tea for a lot of people. It is a more, without spoiling, more story movie. It's not like crazy action packed like you might expect, but which I like because I don't know anything about the Eternals. So
gotta build that world.
Overall, I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was funny. It was a good movie. If anyone's wondering, is it worth it to watch in the theater? I say definitely. If you do watch it, there is a post-credit scene and a mid, so there is 2. Just for those wondering, should I wait for the credits roll? Yes, there is 2. And they're both they're both pretty. Yeah, they're both pretty good. Like I would say you won't like.
Oh, tight.
Yeah. But I will say that I think I'm trying to think. I saw another movie. Oh, Venom 2, but that was a while ago. That was last month. But that that was the post-credit scene where I think everyone should watch, and if you haven't, you need to. That was really good.
In the theater itself, Derek, you know, we talk about the Eternals, and we don't want to talk too much about it. We don't want to pre-blow people's minds.
Of course.
But you did mention you saw something else in the theater.
Yes, I questioned.
Or on the way back.
I questioned what year it was. I saw from the distance what I thought to be the Back to the Future car, and upon closer inspection, I embraced my Toretto and sped up, and I said, "All right, babe, whip out the camera, and here's what you see."
Oh dang! It looks so good. So you actually saw a DeLorean that's souped up. It looks like it's from the movie,
dude. Right? It was like, look at that, man. That is crazy. Like the back, the sides, dude. Like, even just seeing that car being driven around was already something in itself. But then you see all that, man, and it was just like it was an older male gentleman. So I'm sure somebody that would just appreciates it, and it was pretty awesome.
And he's driving it. He's not keeping it in a museum. You know.
Right. I was hoping he looked at me. I was gonna be like.
Or what would you have done if he looked at you, like threw up like an almanac or a newspaper, and was just like, "Well, here it is."
Oh my god, I would have fucking freaked. God, I would have loved anything, but he was just showing like, yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Looking straight with his glasses, shades on, you know. I was like, all right, man.
I thought you were gonna say he had his goggles on, he had his rubber gloves, and
if he had like the whole outfit, that would have been way better. He just had the window rolled down. Oh, dude, he could have killed it.
Marty.
It was going 88 miles per hour.
No, it wasn't BMO, because otherwise it would have traveled through time.
We were going like, I'd say roughly 75. We were going pretty fast on that highway.
That's still pretty fast.
So everyone was going pretty fast. So it was like, I had to catch up to that guy. But was it Biff or Doc? You know, if I had to base on what he looked like, I think it was a Biff.
It's more of a Biff. More of an older Biff.
More of an older Biff.
Dude, I love how old Biff looked like Donald Trump.
I know, he really did.
I have the best time travel.
That was cool to see that, right?
I have the best time travels.
The billions of years.
My time travel is so much better than all the other time travels.
All right. You know, it's so much better. You know, and we're gonna beat all the other ones.
Yeah,
all the other travels, all the time travelers. Yeah. Oh man.
We call them TTs. Time travelers. Okay. That's awesome though. Like
I know, it was so cool to see it.
It must be so nice to just drive down the street and see an icon of pop culture.
Right, I know. It was just like so surprising. Like, and we watched this on a Friday afternoon, like at 12. So like, ooh, I was very midday. Random time to see. Yeah, midday. So I mean, pretty cool though. Very awesome way to start the day before watching the movie, I guess.
If I think about it though, a man that has the money to own a fully souped up DeLorean probably doesn't have to work. You know, he's probably set. He's
good point. Yeah, that is a great point. Yeah, he probably just he's set. He's just showing off at this point.
He probably just came back from the future. You know, placed a couple of bets on a couple of games.
He's like, I'm feeling Back to Future Friday today. Let's pull out the DeLorean. Maybe tomorrow we'll do the Batmobile.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Saturday.
Quick question: which Batmobile would be your daily driver out of all of them? Quick question.
Daily, which Batmobile, huh?
Yeah, because like daily driver is a tough one because you can't do the tumbler. You can't do the Bat tumbler because it's one of the most badass ones.
I honestly, oh man. I might actually say the George Clooney Batmobile.
It's pretty nice. Nice.
I like that one a lot. I like the Christian Bale one, but it's just beefy, man.
It is. It's too much.
It's too much. It's too much. Like the other one is like too much, but a good too much. You know.
Well, let me bring it up on screen for people.
Yeah, George Clooney's for sure for me.
You don't want the Adam West one?
You can. It's called the Cybertruck. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
it is a Cybertruck one. Yeah, the Cybertruck.
I forgot
the
about
Michael
the Cybertruck.
Keaton one is pretty good too, though. But
am I getting this one right? Hold on, let me bring it up. Is this the Keaton one or the Clooney one?
Let me see. I can definitely tell you. I think that's the Keaton one.
This is the Keaton one, right? Yeah, yeah.
I think I remember the Clooney one had a almost like blue window.
And it had like LED lights in front, right?
Yeah. Except, let me see. It was I think Batman Forever. Batmobile might be. If you
I know that one looked more like a toy.
Yes, it was. But yeah, and that's why I think I like it because I think nostalgia in me would want to drive that around because I had the toy.
Oh yeah.
And the Batmobile was just cool. That was the Freeze movie one too. So I love blue. Blue's like my favorite color. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd be
Derek,
like, yeah. What's...
I would have to go with Adam West's.
Adam West one. That's a good one. That's a good choice. Hey, you know that it's
so nice.
It's stylish. It's stylish, man.
And it's in theme with Quit Stalling, you know. So.
Oh, that's true. It is.
I just hop out with my QS shirt, you know.
To the Stallmobile.
Derek, can you drive? I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah. That yellow just pops skirts, all right. It really
does. It really does.
Yeah.
It's nice.
They had a movie. Transformers. I don't know if you guys seen that. It's with I almost said Deuce Bigelow with Rob Schneider, and it's about Rob Schneider, the guy who plays Napoleon Dynamite.
Bill Hader. No, not Bill Hader. What's his name?
God, I know his name, and it's gonna piss me off. I don't remember.
I'm gonna throw it up. Hold on. Napoleon.
Yeah. I'm gonna see his name and like be like, oh my God, that's who it is. John Heder.
John Heder.
Yeah, John Heder. Yeah. He's in there with Robert Schneider. And the guy who drives that car, I forget his actual name too, but he's I'll pull it up. But basically, the movie's about like him, Rob Schneider putting together a little kids baseball team.
Oh yeah.
But they're like a team of bullies, but like one of the bullies' dads was like really rich.
And then they had that one.
He had that car. And he drove that car to one of the games.
This is the one with what's his name, right? Where like the
David Spade's in there too. Yeah.
Yeah. They had that one guy in the enemy team who was like a Cuban import. They were like, can you show me some identification, Carlos? And then it just says
a piece of paper.
Yeah,
like,
just a piece of paper.
12. Yeah.
Looks legit to me.
Yeah, it's the same. I think it's Happy Madison. I'm pretty sure Adam Sandler directed it.
Yeah, it has
all
to
the
be.
same guys. John Lovitz was in there. He was the guy.
John Lovitz.
He was the guy with the car, and he was like the rich guy. But he had a lot of. I think he had Kit's car too. But I think I remember Batman's car in there as well.
John Lovitz was a talented comedian.
Yeah, he was.
He was on Friends too. He was
on Friends. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
I love John Lovitz, but there's some roles where it's just like, this is a bit too much John Lovitz for me. That's
yeah.
Wedding Singer was great. Him in Wedding Singer was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is
different time for sure, but like he was so very good.
Yeah. All right, Derek. To transition to our main topic of the show, I want to ask you and everyone in the chat. What are your favorite zombie? What is your top zombie movie of all time? At least give me of recent memory. You know, like off the top of your head, if you're gonna watch one right now, it doesn't have to be your favorite of all time that you can't live without. Like if you're gonna watch one right now, you know, what would it be?
It would be the first Resident Evil.
Oh, with Mila Jovovich.
Yes, with Mila Jovovich and Michelle Rodriguez, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my God, was she there?
He was. That one, just because I think that, just for the fact that watching that movie was kind of around the same time I got into the zombie thing, because it was very cool. I mentioned on the show a couple of times, but growing up, my dad played all the old Resident Evils, and he'd make us kind of lay and watch him play. It was very, very creepy. I used to be horrified of zombies. If you guys haven't played the old Resident Evil games, they were like the slow zombies, but man, they were creepy. But the first Resident Evil movie was very badass, and It was about Umbrella and you see the zombies, and I thought it was amazing. I mean, it's not like a great zombie movie. It's nothing compared to like World War Z and other stuff like that. But I mean, it's like for me, when I hear zombie, I automatically think, or I originally go to Resident Evil because that's the first time I was exposed to a zombie was in Resident Evil. So I would say the first one for sure for me.
Awesome, like
just for the nostalgic and childhood value.
I did not remember Michelle Rodriguez being in this.
Yeah, I had a crush on her back in the day.
Yeah,
so
man.
I
Why wouldn't
remember
you?
that.
Why wouldn't you?
So she was looking good in that movie too. You know.
The funny thing is, if you pull like this shot, like the shot I'm showing on screen. Sorry for the audio listeners. I would have just thought like, oh, it's just like if you give me no context, I would have just said, oh, this is probably a scene from SWAT that was deleted.
Or Fast 12, where she came back and.
This is a sneak preview at Fast 15.
You never know, man. That could be behind the scenes of the next movie.
Oh, for sure. Oh man, for me though, like while we're waiting for chat, for me, the one I'd have to watch immediately, I think it'd have to be Zombieland.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, like the fact that they were able to turn it into like this really fun movie with like, oh, these are the survival rules for living in a zombie. I really found that awesome, like, and it really changed my view of Woody Harrelson because most of my exposure to Woody Harrelson was as Cheers was him as the bartender, That was him, right?
Oh, yeah.
The trainee? Woody?
I think so. But why are you looking at that? That was a good choice. Emma Stone is my, like, top three celebrity crush. So, man, that was a good choice. But I like what you said. Yeah, I never thought, like, you could do a zombie movie with a comedic twist, but they did it very well, obviously. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he even played... His character's name was even named his character was named after him, Woody Boyd. So he was on Cheers. Like,
okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it was him, but he had hair.
Yeah. Boy, what a difference a couple years makes. And I loved his accent. I loved how he was really leaning into the whole Tallahassee character. It was great. Yeah. And lots of unexpected surprises from this. Yeah. And just the way it was edited and shot, it was great. It was. I actually procured it last night, and because I was writing my notes down for our What If episode today, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Zombieland after everything,
Nice.
So I'm
get your Mountain Dew Code Red because they do mention that in there. I remember that.
Oh, they do, and no, I'm gonna crave Twinkies.
Oh no. You're never gonna find him.
Oh man,
no balls will do.
That was like his holy grail, right? What was it about Twinkies? Like they had a longer lifespan because they were all sugar or something. They were pure sugar.
It was something like that. I mean, they were like they're all processed, so I'm sure they kept finding snowballs instead. I just thought it was funny.
And he was so pissed.
I know. Snowballs are pretty good though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty good. I remember eating those before. They like coconut and. It's like a coconut Twinkie, pretty much.
Ooh, dang, man! If I wasn't so conscious about sugar these days.
Yeah, I do. I can't remember when I had a Twinkie. I mean, surprisingly, last one I had, I was still a kid, man. And I just feel like it's because there's just so many other things you can eat.
That's true. That's true. A lot of things that actually, like, now that we're older, we know they actually taste better.
Yeah, like like a Twinkie's a good snack, but like if you think about it, a Twinkie's not like that great. It's just like. With bread with like whipped cream in it. Like, it's just kind of like.
Oh well, let's not knock bread with whipped cream though. Let's not.
You're right. I mean, not but I'd rather get like some more gourmet.
Oh,
caviar. Something. Baker cannoli or fucking.
We're feeling bougie today. We're feeling bougie today.
Yeah, it's like something. I don't know. For me, like usually, I get like something nicely, freshly baked.
Ooh, that's true.
Nice buns. You know what I mean, Harold?
Oh, I'm all for the buns.
Yeah, some hot buns.
Like, okay. before we move on, like a Danish for me is actually a good example of like something that would be tasty. Yeah.
Oh. Holiday season's coming up too, man. It's almost Christmas. Danishes are coming back around.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, baby. All right. Yes. So the reason why I ask about zombies is because we're about to dive into a world of mysteries. Derek.
Yes.
Why don't you tee us off with first of all, spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. This segment as well is brought to you by Panel's Comic Book Coffee Bar. Yes. Check out our friends at Panel's Comic Book Coffee Bar. Now that restrictions are a little looser in America, head on over to 713 Mission Avenue, Suite A, Oceanside, California. And check out our friends over at Panels. Tell them Quit Stalling sent you. Our good friends Lachelle and Aries might be there, you know. It's Lavrano. The Lavrano says, you know, the little one is on the way. So, you know, give him a little visit. Say hi and tell him we sent you. And, give him a little love. Get your fix of comic books and coffee as well. And Derek, if people want to get their comics at home, if they don't want to leave their homes, where can they go?
You guys can go to leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Again, for the audio listeners, that's leagueofcomicgeeks.com. I'm going to place it here in the chat for you guys. For those maybe wondering, you guys can order online. You can have them shipped out to you. It's very easy, guys. The site is super, super user-friendly. All you got to do, make an account, choose your comic book store. I personally have Panels. I do live a bit far away from them, but they can send it up to me. It's pretty cool. I can get a whole bulk of comics sent out. I can send them one at a time. It's really up to you. And that's not the best part. The site has all these cool topics, guys. Like things, trending topics of the week, things upcoming. It's very cool. Get on there. Again, that is leagueofcomicgeeks.com and get those comics pulling, baby.
Derek. That's the perfect segue because we're talking about a show that spawned from comics. You know what I'm saying? They came from the loins of the imaginations of people who wrote comics. Today we're talking about Marvel's What If you guys hadn't seen it yet, above our heads, if you're watching the video feed. So, Derek, with that being said, why don't you intro us a little some into today's episode?
Let me tee us off here. Trying to think of a good zombie pun, but I can't. So we're just gonna. I love how the episode title is just "What If Zombies."
Zombies.
I love it. I love it. It's not like before we had like "What if Doctor Strange lost his heart?" No, just "What if Zombies."
Simple, effective.
So as the title kind of says it, it's literally just a show all about zombies. However, a lot of your favorite heroes are the zombies, such as Tony Stark, Captain America, and I am just drawing a blank at
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. You have a couple of people who aren't zombies, and it seems that they are trying to, I don't want to say save the world, but they're basically trying to save what they can. And I know you have Happy there. You have Pepper Potts, if I'm not mistaken.
No. You got what's his name? What's his face? Hope. What's her face? Hope.
Hope, yes. The Wasp. Yes, Wasp and Hope. And yes, it does start off with that's Banner, I believe. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and you see, they're here, and then you see, okay, this can't be zombies because they're doing moves and stuff. Tony's using his blaster ray, and you see Strange using the whip, and then the fog disperses, and you're like, wait a minute, something fishy's going on here. And yes, your favorite superheroes, or most of them, are zombies. And man, it was that was a twist in itself, like just seeing that the zombies could do the moves, like the repulsor ray. They're not crawling like, you're just like, oh, if you think about it, you're like, oh, let's just shoot them in the head. Nope.
Nah.
They're literally superhero zombies.
It's crazy, right? Because when you think about zombies, your mind immediately goes to, oh, they're brainless. They're just gonna shamble through and make their way towards you until you're tired and worn out, and they eat you. But you got Wong and Strange doing the magic ring thingies that teleport them. You got Tony having the full enough cognitive power to use his repulsor rays, like you said, and fly around. Yep. So these aren't your normal, average, everyday zombies. They're they're these people, but they just want brains. That's like their main core function, and everything else is just there to support the fact that they want to eat your brain, or turn you into a zombie. I guess.
And I gotta say, it's a good twist from seeing the last Wasp or Ant-Man family member brutally murder the Avengers. Now it's used for good. You know, it's like I feel like this is a recurring theme going on. The power of the Ant-Man family, like, damn. Like,
it's quite
right. Like, just army of ants shredded, you know, those zombies. So it's just like, it's crazy to think how much potential, I guess, they actually have. And we see it here, right? Obviously, you have Hope kind of leading the team here. She would be, I guess, the equivalent to the Captain America. Like, she's definitely the head and making the choices it would seem. And then they Spider-Man and Spider-Man, thank God, is not a zombie. But yes, I do love how the goal is, you know, they're trying to get to this safe place where Vision is, but then, Harold, something was kind of interesting. A Vision we didn't expect to see.
Oh, that's true. That's true. we got to see kind of Psycho Vision, and this is actually very on brand. You know, a lot of people might be shocked at first. I was, but it's very on brand. So what Derek's talking about is the Vision in the episode is actually sort of sacrificing living people, or at least parts of them, to sustain zombified Wanda, keeping her alive. And it's really messed up, because we find out his current victim is Chadwick Boseman?
Chadwick,
is Black Panther. T'Challa,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, this was
It made you think, you know, that it was one of those kind of bait and switch. Like he said, "Hey, come here, it's a safe house." But then they get there and they're like, "Wait a minute, what do you mean? Run, get out of here!" And then you're like, "Oh wait." Then you see the Wanda zombie, which was just. And even if you thought Wanda wasn't crazy, just wait till you see this Wanda zombie. It's just, dude, my God, she was just crazy powerful. And no, like Harold said, it was you kind of get it. Like Vision, you know, he's a very intelligent being, but at his mindset, he loves Wanda, and he's like thinking, you know what? I just gotta kind of sustain it, and she'll be okay. She'll be fine. And speaking of body parts to help sustain this, one very humorous head that we came across.
you got Paul Rudd, dude.
Paul Rudd.
What? He's just a head. He's
just a head.
He's surviving as just a head. with this was because of Vision, right? I'm drawing a blank in the immediate here. This was because Vision managed to keep him alive.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he found a way. Yeah, that was his kind of like excuse. Like, oh, it's okay. Like, you're still alive. I just have to like give certain parts off, and you know, it'll be okay. And then that's what you see. Enter Ant-Man as a head, which was so funny. He was just so happy-go-lucky. He didn't even care, you know, just chatterboxing. I believe it was Paul Rudd who was the.
Oh, it had to be.
Yeah, I loved it. So it was so funny. And yeah, then when the Strange's cape kind of helped out, was like basically gave him a kind of a body, but not really. But it was hilarious. It was a good. You know what's funny is the zombies thing, as creepy as it is, they do have their little moments in between.
Yeah.
Where it's like kind of funny because, you know, they're zombies, but yeah, very, very cute as along with the kind of fear, I guess.
Yeah. So what makes this episode shine for me, Derek, is it does also take that very self-aware tone that Zombieland sort of has.
Yeah,
like,
that was exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Sort of like Shaun of the Dead, where they know they're in a world of zombies. They're not. That's one trope I've gotten sort of tired of, is people not knowing what a zombie is in relevance to the movie. So they're like seeing the undead for the first time. But in this take, you know, everyone knows what a zombie is. You know, everyone's seen pop culture and stuff. So that they're very aware, and they take this tone where it's like, oh, yeah, it's similar to Zombie, where it's like, oh, this is how you survive in a zombie world. Don't get bit, you know?
Yeah.
or else this happens to you. You know, have good hygiene because the virus will spread. So it's really hilarious, and they got Dave DeSmalchin to reprise his role here. Who he played Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. I love this guy.
He did.
He's a lot more clever than people give him credit for. He's a great guy.
Oh yeah.
So that's what makes it shine for me. Is it has that very self-aware tone to really undercut and really change it up, because it's a very serious issue at hand, right? A lot of their friends are undead, and you know, we see it with the Bucky and Steve scene. It is not easy to handle something like that, right? Like as much as these people are virtually gone and, you know, irredeemable and unsavable, at the end of the day, these corpses were still your friends, and you still have those emotional attachments that you can't really get rid of. And yeah, it's very haunting, you know, like just being able to see, like in this scene, you know, Steve took down Sharon while no one was looking, and it's harsh. It's very harsh. So you need that extra tone of humor to kind of get you through it without, because like in the previous episode that we discussed, it's harsh to see these heroes with all these plot armor die one by one. It's hard. It's heavy on the heart. It's heavy on the heart.
It is.
Sharon's right there.
It's funny because it's right what Harold's saying too. Is, you know, the fact that it's tough for them because it still is their friends. It's still them in their bodies, which kind of just leads to the whole Vision thing. That's why Vision couldn't, you know, not help Wanda by feeding her, right? Just because it's so hard for him to believe that she's not there. So, and yeah, you definitely you see that a lot throughout here too, which is nice.
And for those of you who maybe kind of glossed over the start when you were watching this episode, this is set in like the Infinity War, at the very beginning of the Infinity War saga, because you see the children of Thanos appearing. You know, you get Bruce getting zapped by Heimdall.
Rejoice.
Oh my god,
the little speech he does.
Ebony Maw. Jeez.
Yeah. Come now and rejoice.
Oh gosh. So yeah, I bring that up because, you know, you can't really do a direct comparison between this and an existing Marvel movie, as much as we have in previous episodes where, you know, we kind of compared. We were able to compare First Avenger to the first episode of this with Captain Carter. You know, we were able to compare the previous episode with Ant-Man, with Hank Pym taking out the Avengers, to the original Avengers movie. Yeah. And we were able to kind of do that a little bit. But here, not so much, because the focus isn't the timeline. The focus is more on the people and the fact that the whole world has become zombies. It's a very different problem in that sense. So, yes, you can compare it to the fact that everyone got snapped at the end of Infinity War. But here, everyone got zombified. But it's not the same thing. It's not a one-to-one comparison in the strictest sense. But I bring that up because, you know, I still do want to get your thoughts, Derek, on how do you feel with this versus the Infinity War and Endgame kind of, or I guess the Infinity War progress, where in Infinity War, by the end of it, it was sort of similar. They lost a lot of their allies, you know. They had no idea if Hope, not the person, but the actual feelings of Hope were still there. You know, they were very, because at the end of the day, the only people who were left were Black Panther, the head of Ant-Man,
Spider-Man,
and then maybe Hulk if he survived all the zombie bites, because it seemed like he was impervious to being bit. So, you know, there's that sense of gloom, and in the same way zombie movies normally end, there's still like that tinge of I hate saying hope over and over again because they overused it with her name in the show, but there's still that tinge of hope. So, you know, I want to get your thoughts on how this compares to what we've seen in the MCU.
Okay. Like I thought it was very, like, I liked their take on it, and like I was saying too, how the zombies, the fact that they weren't just like regular zombies for me was that put it on an extra level of, I don't want to say hype, but it made it that much better for me. The fact that these zombies are actually a problem and not more of a nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they're actually like superheroes. So in that sense, it is kind of like very Marvel conflicted, you know, because not only are they zombies, but like you said, going back on, they are their friends and they are having these issues, and they wanna kill them, but they also don't because they're their friends. And yeah, but I like the timing of this just for that last scene where you see zombie Thanos. Freaking badass, like, not gonna lie. But man, it was so cool because you see the reason why I like this is because the main heroes were like the zombies, and you get to see the other guys who we don't see as much in the movies work together. We see them work together. So I thought that was really cool. And of course, What If has done that with a lot of these episodes so far. So it's amazing to see like the people who you wouldn't normally see work together, I guess.
Yes.
Very cool. Like, we get a glimpse of it in Endgame, right? Like, of course you get the whole fight scene, but you don't get to see a lot of it. So it's kind of cool to see these different aspects and stuff.
We know, like, we got to see Hope go the extreme and go giant, which we've only ever seen Ant-Man do.
Yeah, I've only seen Scott do it.
Yeah, to a huge toll in his body. Iron Hammer is saying, you know, he's not gonna lie, this episode really creeped him out, and I'm with him. You know,
no, the zombies, they were really well drawn too, man. They look creepy.
Yeah. And like you had those scenes that really give you the beats of there's real stakes here, right? Like, people are gonna die, and you know, it may not be the most comfortable death to watch,
right.
The most comfortable. Like, they're gonna cut away. They're not gonna show you someone like getting brutally eaten alive, but it's not gonna be that much easier to watch. Because sometimes, like we said in the previous episode, where we discussed What If, sometimes not seeing it and leaving it to your imagination is actually worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Ion saying, you know, zombies using sling rings really set the tone for the rest of the episode, and I agree.
Right. Yeah, like we were saying that too, right? Like, at the start, you're like, oh, okay, there's a zombie. It's nothing. Oh, pew. Nope, they actually can do all their powers still, and they're like undead theoretically. So it's like, damn, god damn, how you gonna kill these guys? So.
It's terrifying, and it's interesting to think of a world where, I function the same, except I have an unbearable craving for brains or flesh.
Right,
like,
right.
Like, how does that work? And yeah, this is pretty much it with superheroes. Ion also says, imagine Ebony Maw being a Karen with his voice. Oh my god, that's the worst Karen ever.
That would be the worst. He kind of like already is a Karen, you know? Like, shh, like he goes to the shh and the listen and rejoice, you know, very like, listen to me, I'm right, you know? Oh.
Oh my gosh. Like, overall.
There you go. Does this animal speak for you? Oh, you're so right. Oh man.
That's hilarious. So Derek, any key scenes that stuck out to you aside from what we've already discussed? You know, the Wanda scene we've discussed.
Yeah, I would say the Wanda scene, if not, like, it's not really a scene that stuck out, but the Thanos thing was pretty cool. More that I just wanted to see like what it would, you know, I want to see like, I would love to see a Thanos zombie man with Infinity Gauntlet. Would be sick, but no, sadly. But yeah, I think other than that, the Wasp going giant was pretty cool.
That was epic. Yeah,
and it was epic.
She did what we would, you know, it's What If, right? She does what we would say, like, why didn't they just do this? Where she puts everyone in her hand, she walks over every zombie, and then lays them down safely before she gets zombified herself.
She also did what I thought Ant-Man should have done with Thanos, was like she went inside of Sharon's body and then expanded, and it just blew her up from the inside out.
That was messed up.
That was brutal, but like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I mean, I guess in Ant-Man's sense, no, he could just go giant. I was gonna say he could go normal size, but he'd probably still be small because Thanos is huge.
Yeah, he's gotta go bigger. He'd
have to go big, right? Yeah. Like, just go giant, but you don't know. What if? For zombies, it works, but yeah.
That's crazy. And yeah, it really opens up the possibilities to what they could do in the future with this series. But we do have one more episode to talk about, Derek. So let's give our verdict on this one. I'll kick things off. Back-to-back episodes where they play on Hope's name over and over again really felt tiresome.
We're hopeful, that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're just trying. They don't want to be hopeful.
It kind of took away from her nice speech to Peter. For me. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't say it was the same for everyone, but it was kind of like, man, we could have used a one episode break between hopeful episodes.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed this. I still feel like this was a strong episode. Unfortunately, I have to say that for me it felt rushed. It felt a little bit rushed. Okay. And that's not because it was a bad concept or a bad show. I think this actually could be a feature-length film.
No, right. I agree.
Story.
I think exactly with that.
If not its own limited series, have its own What If Zombies, Marvel Zombies miniseries, because it feels like there's a lot of story to tell here. Mm-hmm. So, it started strong, but I think it was concluded too quickly because they weren't sure if this would latch on. Maybe they wanted to get the concept out before and prove to the execs look, people love this stuff. We got to do more.
Yeah.
You see, we got to do more.
we gotta make a whole series on this. See?
Yeah. See. So for that alone, I'll still give it a 7. Okay. But I think it could be more.
7 brains out of 10.
7 brains out of 10, because this is enjoyable and it makes you think like every other What If so far. And I just feel like there's more to this that they could have explored that they weren't able to, But as a standalone episode of What If, 7. Yeah. How about you, buddy?
I was gonna go an 8, but I think 7 is good. I actually, based on what you said, I kind of.
Oh no! Don't change it because of me.
No, but I like that. The fact that I would give it a 7 is because the fact that I would have rather have seen this as a series than a one shot, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think the fact that not that I didn't like the Thanos thing at the end, but going on that later episode, you guys will know more of what I mean. But I'd wish that was expounded on more a little bit, or it was just a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit more. I would have loved to see the whole story. How did it start? How did the zombification process begin?
Ooh.
Or who was the first zombie Avenger?
They did mention it, right? They mentioned that it was because when Hank and Hope went into the quantum realm, and came back out.
Okay.
They brought a virus with them.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So maybe I guess more on the
drag that out a little more. Give us more of the spread.
More on the idea of seeing it. I would have loved to see the whole, because that's a good story, man.
Yeah.
Just zombies is already a good topic. I mean, it's hype. You can always do
it. Is
Marvel incled, man. Oh man, you could do so much. So yeah, I would definitely think 7's good. Solid 7's good for me too.
Excellent.
7 brains.
7 brains out of 10. Chat, let us know how many brains out of 10 you'd give this episode.
Yes.
Ion just dropping amazing. He says, imagine the gestation period of the virus in the quantum realm. That's probably quick. That's probably instant compared to our realm.
That's true.
He also said Hope did the same thing the old lady from Dante's Peak did when she hopped off the boat.
No.
Huh, I haven't seen Dante's Peak. What is this in reference to?
Let me paint the picture for you. So
yes,
there
please,
was a volcano, or it was erupting. If I'm not mistaken, Ion, tell me if I'm wrong, but the gist of it was they had to get to safety, get across this river, which had lava in it at the bottom, so it was boiling hot water, right? And they had to get this boat over the other side, but it was melting while it was going there. And at the same time, I think they either realized it's gonna melt by the time we get there, or something happened where the engine got burned off, so someone had to get out and push, and she took it and she freaking pushed, and her legs were burning and disintegrating, and I'm pretty sure, I think she died. I'm not sure, but it was sad, dude. She did it for the family, man. She pushed them. Yeah, see the lake. the water turned like acidic, like just boiling, and she was in it, just like, oh, I just remember you can hear the sizzles, man, when she was like walking. I was like, exactly what Hope did. Yeah, you know, there's no way out. Just gotta save the rest. I'll be the sacrifice. So yeah, that was good. I was like, just remember that picture in my head. If I'm not mistaken, the main guy in that movie was the older James Bond after Sean Connery. I do forget his name, but what's his name? Not Daniel Craig either. The one right before him. Before Daniel Craig.
Pierce Brosnan?
Yes, Pierce Brosnan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan. Yep, he was. Yeah, Pierce Brosnan was the dad there. Dang. And I think, yes, the actress from Terminator was the mom.
Oh wow. Sarah Connor?
Yeah, Sarah Connor was the mom, I believe.
OG?
So it was a good movie, man. It's just like it's just about literally a volcano going off, and I think their family's surviving. But it was good.
Wow. Okay.
Good,
okay.
Very sad, obviously.
But, Dante's peak.
Dude, it was those it had to be done kind of scenarios really just make me squirm. Yeah, like you really don't like the choice or circumstance, but it had to be. Yeah, exactly, man. You said it, Iron Hammer. That's it, man. Well, obviously, right. Like, dude, the whole thing could have been so much more sad if we like had a whole story behind it, right?
Yeah.
It was still sad. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, but yeah.
Oh man. All right, this one, Derek, episode 5 of What If. Set us up for this one. Set us up for this.
I want to kill your mongering on other things that you might think of. I can't think of any Killmonger puns either. Don't want to cheat a way out of this one.
All right, we'll go with that.
I don't know if Killmonger's a cheetah or a jaguar, actually, so I could be wrong. I don't know, but
he's a panther.
Yes,
he's still a panther. Yeah. He's still a panther.
He's this is what if Killmonger
saved Tony Stark. Rescued
Tony Stark. Yeah, rescued Tony Stark. So it starts off in Iron Man 1. He's in the car, the same exact audio lines, I want to say.
It was re-recorded though. They had not Robert Downey Jr. re-record the lines.
Yeah. And yeah, instead of the bomb going off near him, you see Killmonger just yeet it.
He grabs it from the ground and just yeet.
Grabs it from the ground and saves Tony. And it kind of goes through the story of him kind of being Tony's right-hand man. I don't want to say like this is his better roadie, but it kind of was. Like in this, at least in this What If, like he was his dude. He protected him. He was almost like an advisor to Tony. It even showed a part like when Obadiah was making a speech. He was the one who kind of pointed out to Tony that Obadiah is not what he seems, man. And you see like, oh man, this guy Killmonger, he's such a good dude. He's
such a great guy.
He's such a good dude. He's doing all these things, guys. He's doing all these things here. And sorry. I started text. But yeah, he's doing all these things there. And and then you gotta get taken. You get taken by that bait. Am I right, Harold? It was sad to see, man. At the end, you find out that Killmonger was not really a good guy. But I mean, I guess you could say he's a good guy, but at the end, he had his own plans, and he still just wanted everything for his own. He still wanted that throne, all that. I don't want to say sucking up to Tony Stark paid off, but he kind of was the same Killmonger we saw in Black Panther.
It wasn't really sucking up. You're right. It was a very methodical plan.
Methodical. That's the perfect way to put it.
It was laid out so that he could get and achieve his goals quickly. You know, a lot quicker than in the original Black Panther timeline, right? Yeah. So, yeah, this one I'm going to start this off with my general feelings, and I want to get yours right away, Derek. Actually, no, let me get yours. What did you feel going through the episode for the first time?
You know, for the first time, I felt betrayed because I really wanted to see Killmonger be good. Because honestly, out of the mini villains in Marvel, or a lot of relatable villains. Killmonger is one of those people that you get why he is the way he is, and you don't like hate him for it. And he's actually a very good villain. So I actually thought this might have been like, what if Killmonger kind of took a better path, or maybe met an Avenger earlier, and it kind of steered him to a better path.
Him,
straighten him out. But sadly, he still had the same strong, which also is respectable, right? He still, regardless, he was still very determined from the very beginning what he wanted in life, and he did whatever he could to get there. But it was very cool to see, like, as sad as it was very cool to see his methodical process, right? It was very smart, man. It was very, very smart. And we got to see, I guess, more of that methodical process we never got to see in Black Panther. We saw a lot of it there, but we got to see it more against the Avengers other than just T'Challa. So that was cool. But yeah, how about you, man? How did you feel going through it?
Oof. Here's the thing. It was fun, but for some reason, it felt like it dragged for far too long. You know, certain scenes dragged on way too long. For me, and I felt like it could have done with better pacing. I really feel like, you know, we needed more Killmonger based off of when we saw him in Black Panther. Like he was a very enjoyable character, but we only scratched the surface of Eric throughout that whole movie. And here we got a lot of him, but I don't know, it didn't feel like they were the parts that we wanted, right? So, you know, we got his motivations in a sense, but it was really just I hate to say this, it felt like empty action. You know, like it still got him to the same end point, you know, so you don't really see any change, any development, or any fleshing out that we didn't sort of already know. Like, we know this guy is out for himself. We know he's scarred from the way he was left for dead as a child when his dad was murdered. You know, it just feels like it wasn't anything new. It wasn't anything we didn't already know about Eric Killmonger.
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
We know he's manipulative. We know he's just trying to get power so that at the end of the day, it's actually a noble reason. He wants to free his people out in the world. He wants to free Africans. They don't say it out loud. He wants to free black people and give them kind of like flip the balance of power in the West.
And he used that same line too about the oppressors from the first movie, from Black Panther. He used it also. It was used in this scenario, so you know, like I was mentioning before, right? Like that was his mindset. Like that mindset was always just with him, like from the get go. So it was pretty cool. Yeah,
it's really cool, and it's in his eyes a very noble cause, and we see it as it's what he thinks. With the ends that justify the means, actually the ends, you know, you still see that there's flaws in his plan, right? He still wants a certain. He doesn't want equality. He wants a different type of group of people to rise to power.
Yeah,
which is a huge fault in his character, because he only sees absolute power. He only thinks that this is the only way, and there's no development in that. His time with Tony didn't change that, and that's really what kind of made this even more of a drag for me. Is like, if he's not going to change, why do I care about this guy? We already saw that in the first movie. We already saw his arc, where T'Challa still till the very end tried to get him to see the light of, you know, this isn't absolute, you know. And we saw the impact of that. T'Challa was able to change his point of view why are Wakandans so stuck in their ways? Why can't we help people out in the world, even slowly, until we get to the point where, you know, we're on equal ground?
Yeah.
And we saw how that changed T'Challa. But we don't see the change in Killmonger here. He's just as one-track minded as ever. And I think that's one of the biggest flaws of this. And I wasn't able to fully articulate that until I saw it again. You know, until I saw these scenes again. And even T'Challa is like, was it worth it, cousin? You know, like, and he still...
Can we talk about this scene first, though?
Oh, yeah.
How sad was that scene, dude? Like, dude, that was like real to me, dude. Like, seeing T'Challa, like in that realm, dude, it was like it was real because he really is not with us anymore. So rest in peace, Chadwick.
And we're not gonna get that. We're not.
I
gonna
know,
get that.
but dude, yeah, seeing him in that scene when he was there as like a mentor and like his dad was, dude, that was like so surreal and so. It was beautiful, but very sad. But it was so beautiful. I was like, damn, man, that was touching, man. It was so like, and I think I don't know if he actually. I think it was Chadwick who did those lines too.
Yes, he did. He did pretty much all his lines.
Yeah,
in
okay.
What If.
That's what I thought. And yeah, so it was. Oh man, it was so sad to see that. It just kind of made you remember. I do also like what Iron Hammer said. It kind of this episode just made Eric a lot scarier, right? And it did, right? Like, and it kind of go back to what Harold said. Oh, here you go. Because Killmonger was a straight up as an operator. Yeah, dude, you're so right, Iron Hammer. And I like what Harold said too. It has a good spin on it. Like how not really a spin on it, but it is something we've seen and we know of. But like, yeah, just kind of going more into him.
Yeah.
So definitely the scary aspect of that. Also saying hello to Kaya.
Hello,
Kaya. Woo woo. Welcome in. And Iron says, now that you mention it, he kind of sounds like Megatron now. I like that. Yeah, just power. He just wants power. He just wants to rule, right? I would say Killmonger's a little smarter. Could be wrong though. But yeah, man, it's I like what you said though. That's a very good point of seeing basically just more of Killmonger, and it's like what was really different about this episode that puts him apart, right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot missing from this in terms of
yes.
we got the fluff, we got the fun, like, okay, there's references to Michael B. Jordan himself here where, oh, I'm just really into anime, like because it looks like a Gundam. That was their big project, was creating robots to sort of help him convince the Wakandans that he's at the end of the day he's on their side, right?
Yeah.
And he really just throws away that Tony Stark mentor-mentee relationship. And it's tough also to just see Tony go down so quickly. Tony Stark is like the Worf in Star Trek of this series, where he just keeps dying.
He's dead, man.
Yeah,
he's always dead. Yeah, he's never alive, guys. Tony's just the one truth of this series, of this universe. He just dies.
Yeah, he's the punching bag, pretty much. To show how tough someone is, they have to kill Tony Stark.
Yeah, right, exactly. And it's just like, yeah, it's the one truth in everyone. He's just not there.
And I want to get the chat's thoughts on this, because for me, I don't want to be that guy who's just ragging on it. It's just feels like it was missing a lot more. It didn't feel like what if. It didn't feel like a what if.
It was more like a what also.
like how about some more?
What more?
What more? What more?
Killmonger.
Yeah. Right. And I just wish there was more development. If they went down this route and they just focused on the fighting, they focused on the slow, methodical game, which is fine, but I wanted to see more change. But also I wanted to like in this story, I'm trying to figure out, like, how could you have made the story more interesting, right? How could you have made this less draggy? And I think one of the things is to get to Wakanda faster. They dragged their feet too much in America,
right?
And the point was to get to Wakanda, to get him into power. I think just get him the power like a third of the way through and see what he does with the power. That's the thing we never got to see in the Black Panther movie. We never got to see what Eric would have done with that power aside from launching the nukes, and then that's it. Maybe the core of this should have been what he does do with the power, instead of how he gets to that part, because we already saw how Eric gets to power in Black Panther. What we needed to see here is what he does with it, I think. So I think that's what's missing. I think that's
what kind
really
of stuff is that, right? It's kind of stupid. It's no, but honestly, I'm really glad that you brought that up, because I never looked at it like that. I saw this episode. I was, you know what? All right, it was decent, but yeah, actually, when you think about it, it really is just Black Panther Killmonger extended, or like longer.
Yeah.
It's I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think. It's really no. This is, and the title is "What If You Say Tony Stark, but Tony Stark dies?" So, I mean, honestly, it's just he gets the same means, no matter regardless. So yeah, I guess there's not a real difference in him.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess that really is kind of strange. You're right.
So that's my point, right? And I don't want to just point out the flaws. I want to build on that. Like what could make this slightly more interesting? What could have pushed the envelope further? That isn't just what if his motivations did change under Tony, which is what that'd be a great story. I think you and I agree on that, Derek. It'd be a great story if we saw a good Killmonger. What if he and T'Challa got along and became best buds, best cousins, and Killmonger was able to convince T'Challa that way to expand the borders of Wakanda. That's freaking amazing. I want to see that. But if you want to go with the controversy of what Killmonger does as Eric Killmonger and the scars of being left alone to fend for yourself at such a young age, then you get to that point right away. You don't drag your feet.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, I think that's what I would have. I think that's what would.
Yeah, Iron Hammer agrees too. He said that would have been a hell of a what if. Yeah, dude, like.
Oh, two
and
Panthers?
It's true. Yeah, but just imagine two Panthers together. Oh my God, they could have animated that like so crazy. Yeah, like two Panthers out in the wild. Oh man, the possibilities. Oh, they could have like. Oh man.
See that? I okay. Knowing what we know about the finale of this first season of What If, I get why they went this way. But again, you could have done that. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week because we're excited to get to that along with Shang-Chi. But Derek, you get where I'm coming from, right? Like
100%. I'm like I said, I'm happy you kind of mentioned that. I never really thought that way, but now that you said it, and I'm listening, like you're right. This is the same Killmonger from the movies that we saw. There's no difference. It's just got to see him a little more involved with other people, but still,
it's still
at the end of the same time, he just still kind of got the throne at the top. So it's just like, it's not really different.
So that's what I would change. That's the one thing I feel like this even lacks compared to the original Black Panther. Killmonger is actually less compelling the more you delve into how he got to Wakanda. It's just like, come on, man, just show us what he does when he has the power.
Yeah.
We know that he wants to nuke the world. Fine. What else does he do? How does he elevate the status of his people, which is his core ideal? He's never really done this for I want the power so I can rule the world. He's done this for I want to see my people who were, who would have rather drown in the seas than live as slaves person. Right. What does he do when he actually gets his people, on equal or further higher ground throughout the world?
That would be interesting too.
See, right, and that's what I want to see, and that's what I wish we got. So, I think that leads us to our verdict, right? Because, I poked the hole in the plot that was really bugging me. Unless you have anything to add, Derek, or the chat.
No, I think you're right. I was dying, BMOS. If T'Challa could fix Thanos, T'Challa could fix Killmonger.
See?
It should have happened.
It should have happened.
It's so good.
We were robbed of Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan having a good time together.
Guys, how beautiful would that have been, what if we could cry even harder? That's what it should have been called.
Oh my God. No, right. Like, imagine
so touching.
Imagine if our last scene of seeing Killmonger and T'Challa in the same screen together was them actually getting along.
I know. It was so good, man. I also like what Iron Hammer said, that at the core of it, Killmonger is a defender, an extremist, but a defender in mindset. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like two chances, but T'Challa's faded. Oh man, see, they could. Marvel, just listen to us. I know you're lurking on Twitch. Just
Kevin
Send
Feige, I know you're our biggest fan.
Kevin, just listen to us. This would be great.
Andy
Okay.
Park,
No.
concept artist extraordinaire. I know you're watching.
We have great ideas. Just use them. Just use them.
No, and I get why they went this route. But I still don't agree with. I still feel like they could have started here. Start here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They could have started there. Oh yeah.
I think they just they shoehorned Tony in. They didn't need to.
Yeah, they actually didn't. Like I totally get that. Like they could have just had when he went up to the throne and saw all of them there, and they said, "Hey, what if you just stay with us? We can train you in the ways." Like, okay, sure.
We got two good what ifs out of this discussion. Yeah.
Yes.
What if T'Challa changed Killmonger? What would his last name be if it wasn't Killmonger? Would he just go back? Was it Johnson? What was Eric's original last name?
Yeah,
Does
it was
anyone
his
know?
last name. That's right.
Does anyone know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Let me
Totally
Google
would have
it.
been two Panthers in the Illuminati, right? Would have been the war advisor.
dude.
Oh yes, Ion. That would have been awesome.
Oh, it was Eric Stevens.
Stevens.
And he would have.
Just imagine both of them yelling Wakanda forever. Oh my god, I've been so
Chills.
Oh my god.
Chills. Oh, he
What a
probably would have
mid-size.
gone by his Wakanda name. It was Njadaka.
Oh,
It's
that's
very
cool.
aggressive. It's very aggressive.
Just like he is.
T'Chaka Njadaka. Ooh, dude. Yeah, I think this, like, what if they broke the rule of only one Panther for this, right? Oh, come on. There's so much you could do with
I know,
it.
man. Right? Like that was the what if right there. What if there were two Black Panthers?
The controversy could have been political. The dad would have been like, "You can't have two Panthers. It's tradition." Like that could have been the controversy.
Yeah,
They They brought peace to the world, but the dad's not happy. Like, it's so much. There's so much you could do.
Kevin Feige, listen. Sign us up. This is a TM podcast, by the way. Everything we said is TM. I totally got chills from imagining that. Right? Like one of them starts off with Wakanda, completed by oh my god, it was so good. Dude, you know what? It's funny. Like, it's not funny. Those. It's so different now, man. Just a sidebar there a little bit. When I watch the movies again, the U-Bombays and the Wakanda Forevers, they hit so much deeper now, man.
Dude,
Dude, it's like, yeah, they could have. That would have been.
You know what?
That would have been a great series episode right there.
You know what? Just this might be just like a progression that is unnecessary in my head. But I was thinking, you could build off of that too. If they do the whole like sequel thing that they're doing with What If, you have the two Panthers uniting the tribes, because at the start of the first movie there was a little tension between the tribes of who gets to rule, right? And you get each tribe with a representative. You get freaking M'Baku with his own gorilla suit, like the Black Panther suit,
man,
like that Shuri makes. Why you can have all of this, right? They have their own like Wakandan Avengers kind of feel.
They're the Wakandan Avengers,
right?
It's so cool,
right?
Oh
like,
my god,
there's so much you can do with this what if type of storytelling.
You guys, just someone send us a Marvel. Whoever knows Kevin, and just send it, guys. This is that would be it,
right? And then Shuri's there.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that's Black Panther 2 multiverse.
Yeah.
This is it, right? That's just what we said. That's what's that.
Yeah,
Wakandan Legion. Yeah, like exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Dang, man, like that. There's so much there that'd be fun
opportunity, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or they still could, like who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? What if we manifest this into happening? I would gladly let them take this idea. Because I just want to see it. I just want to see it animated.
Yeah. Just in an interview, just mention that you stopped by the Geekcast. And then
there was this one podcast on YouTube. I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah. Some two dudes had a really good idea, and we kind of just made that to the movie.
It was something that Quit Stalking and they and they had these fun ideas, and we just picked one. You know, credit to them, they're very imaginative. That's all we need.
I like what Ion says. Like we could totally just keep it at like only the Panther gets the heart-shaped herb, but everyone has the same tech for their suits. I mean,
Yeah,
right? Like,
right?
it's not like they can't make a suit. They're like literally this, probably one of the most advanced technologies on Earth.
Yeah,
Right?
or that could be where the
Literally.
controversy comes from, right? Like you're freely giving out all these heart-shaped herb juices, and the dad's like, "That's not tradition," you know, and that's where the fight. that's where the internal fighting happens. You know, you need the conflict still. Oh my god, I'm getting carried away.
Marvel sinus.
No, I'm getting carried away.
Someone send it to Kevin right now. Clip it and send it to Kevin. Hashtag Black Panther 2 multiverse.
Okay, we still have to give a verdict for this on a scale of 1 to 10 Gundams, Derek.
I was gonna say heart-shaped herbs after our conversation, but I like that.
How much would you give this? 1 to 10 Gundams.
I would get. You know what? Damn. I was a little higher until I heard your breakdown, which makes sense. I think I'm gonna give this a 7 too.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
Sadly,
Okay.
because
I'm sorry.
Like zombies.
I'm really sorry.
I like zombies more. No, don't be, because I like zombies more than this one. And then I would have probably given this a 7 or an 8. But then when you think about it, it really is just the same Killmonger we've seen in a different reality. So it's not that much different. So yeah, I'd say a 6. Not that it wasn't good, but it was. I mean, compared to the other ones, I think a 6 is good where it stands for me.
Oh yeah. No, and I'm with you, right? Like, and that was the point I was trying to make. Was it's unfortunate that out of all the What If episodes, the one with the person that everyone loved the most and probably won't get any more screen time unless multiverses happen.
Right.
You know, this guy, Eric Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan, his episode kind of fell flat. You know, you got Peggy Carter's episodes, I guess, you know, spoiler alert, episodes. She rocks it. You know, she carries every scene she's in. She stands out. Eric Killmonger had that presence in the movie, but not in this series, in this episode where he's supposed to be the lead. You know, he felt like, unfortunately, he fell a little flat for me. And I didn't find myself caring enough about this version of Killmonger, even though it's virtually the same one. And that's because we didn't have an interesting narrative. You didn't have an interesting back and forth. T'Challa dies, and, you know, everything else drags after that. Tony Stark really wasn't the back and forth with him because, you know, Tony Stark barely gets a line in that isn't just snark. It's all just like, oh, yeah, you betrayed me. Haha. You know, it's like, and then he dies after the monologue because he wasn't expecting him. So it lacked impact, I think, at the end of the day. So I'm with you. I was going to give it a 6 too. And I still am. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 Gundams. Because we came up with 3 stories that we'd love to see more. And yeah, I still hope we get that. I want the Tale of Two Panthers story that could branch off into the Legion of Wakanda story arc. The South Continental Avengers, the African Avengers.
I like that. Yeah, dude. A Wakandan. How would it be? It would be like the
Warriors of Wakanda. You know.
Yeah. Oh, Warriors of Wakanda. That'd be pretty good.
Wow.
I'd like that. That's true. That is true. Warriors of Wakanda.
Wow. You could also just have the story where it starts from the end of this, and we get his what he does with what if Killmonger got the power that he'd been searching for? How does the world get affected by that? There's a compelling storyline there too. So, you know, I wish that was this. We still could. There's many more what ifs to come in the future. You know, we do.
True.
Yeah, and we have more. We have 2 more episodes to tackle next week, along with Shang-Chi. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, with this one, it's a 6 for me. It's a 6 from you. 6 on average for this episode. Episode 5 for us. Sorry, episode 6.
I like what Iron Hammer said. QS What If Twin Panthers over Marvel What If Killmonger. Let's frame that, guys. We should frame that, put in the background.
What
I mean, geez,
if?
yeah.
Dude, if we had a writing room, I'd get Ion in
What
there.
if Kevin Feige was listening right now?
Oh,
Right?
man.
That's like right.
Derek, we must assemble our writer's room.
Yes.
I get
Yes.
Ion. I get Francis. You know, Scherzo's got to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, Scherzo. Oh yeah.
All these guys. Oh man, yeah. He says, "I want to see." Ion says, "I want to see Zombie Thanos fighting Vision Ultron." That's yeah. Regular Thanos didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, that could still happen now that I think about. Oh no, it can't. It can't. It can't. Well, you know.
You never know.
You never know. You never know. Dude, yeah. What if Twin Panthers, dude?
What if Twin Panthers, dude? Wow, that's. We did it, guys.
We did it. We did it.
We've hit the pinnacle of Marvel.
We had the show has peaked. We're not gonna get any
The
better.
show's peaked.
This is the last Quit Stalling
Quit stalling
Geekcast.
forever. If
right, yeah.
you can see the yeah, right. Oh, good point. Good point. You know, we're delving into. He said if Vision Ultron can see the Watcher, could Thanos.
That's a level of enlightenment that I'm curious about too. All right.
I feel like though, like yeah, if you were to break it down, like comics version, yeah, probably, right? Because then Thanos is like well, I'll save that for the another
next week
thing.
Yeah,
Because it's a little something else.
All right.
When you watch something, yeah.
Oh, Derek, it's been a great episode. I think our best one in terms of
Yes, it was
narrative creation.
Yeah, dude, I know. Like, man, that was a good. I think we literally just laid out a good story right there.
Mhm.
That was good. That was good.
Let's kill
We
it.
did our own what if on what if. So that's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Well, we're gonna end the show here. We're gonna end the show here, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, we want to thank everyone for tuning in. Everyone who's watched us on YouTube, on Twitch, everyone who listens to the podcast in audio only form. Appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you, guys.
Our followers. Last week's episode, the Halloween episode, was super fun. We gave away amazing prizes. It's a curry server. We gave one to Whoop. Whoop was a winner, right? Whoop won the. Was it Whoop?
No, I think DJ, right?
It was DJ. Sorry, DJ won.
Yeah, DJ won the picture.
Yeah, and our friend Domeng won the gift card, and I was able to throw it his way already. So congrats to everyone for winning.
Congrats.
This was a fun episode.
It was.
And we want to give a shout out to all the recent followers like Pat, Babush Cat, Real, Dane de la Cruz, Matunosita, Haas, L_Dress, Zarky, my buddy Zarky, Under the Bridge Productions, Dave Nemesis, and Noi 2504. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you.
Our subs have not stopped, and we appreciate you guys that much more. We have a lot of bonuses and things we're planning to work on moving forward. You know, thank you to Renzo who subbed last time, Human Panda who gifted a 1 month tier sub to DJ, Francis and BMO raining in some love with the gifted subs, and of course we had an anonymous subscriber as well, gifted sub. Thank you so much to everyone. Derek.
Yes.
This has been a fun show. We want to.
Dude, it's been great, man.
Where can people find Quit Stalling outside of the Geekcast, outside of the live stream?
You guys can find us on Facebook and Twitter. That's Quit Stalling Us. For those listening to audio, that's Quit Stalling US as an us. And of course, not only there can you find us, but you guys can find us on YouTube, obviously here, and Instagram, which is just Quit Stalling. We also have a lot of cool and exciting stuff possibly popping up on the YouTube coming soon, and possibly TikTok, baby.
Oh.
So stay tuned for that if you guys want to see some more stuff. Also, you know, for those listening to the audio only, those viewers we have and listeners, let us know what you guys would like to hear. If you guys want to do something fun, maybe some theories you guys have, we would love to share it on one of our shows, and that way people can hear about them too. Because we know not only me and Harold got the brains of the what if, we know you guys listen and have great ideas as well. We want to hear them.
That's right. Yeah. And it's always fun. Like the chain of events that came from Ion Hammer's one
Yeah.
one message in chat is crazy, or multiple messages in chat.
See?
That's awesome. Derek,
Yes.
aside from quit stalling on the internet, where can people find more Sensei humor online?
Oh. You bashful man. You guys can find me on Twitch at Sensei Humor, which is right here. Also on YouTube at Sensei Humor as well. If you guys, I do have a Twitter. You guys find me at Sensei Humor with an underscore at the end. So, but other than that, yeah, I stream usually Monday to Fridays. This month is a lot. Well, I usually do spooky stuff, but we're doing a little bit of different stuff this month. So come on down if you guys want to get some more of this. But other than this, where can they see Herald, our Lord and Savior?
Oh, hello. You guys can catch me at Herald Plays on Twitter and on Instagram. Yeah, we're going to be posting a lot more on Quit Stalling, so keep your eyes mainly there. You know, just have a look at the Quit Stalling socials. We're posting some stuff, and it's going to be fun. It's been fun making a lot of this stuff. Derek's pun of the day. You know, we're throwing up some 1-minute reviews for One Piece. Oh, yes, check those out.
Yes.
Miko P has a short guide to tanking in Final Fantasy XIV as well up on the YouTube shorts. So check that out. We're working on all this stuff, and we hope you guys enjoy. But next week, Derek, we're counting down to Shang-Chi. I'm so excited, man. I can't wait.
I know, man. It's gonna be
So
pretty
excited.
cool. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be dope.
This is gonna be great. So we're gonna talk about Shang-Chi in next week's episode after we recap the final 2 episodes of What If. It's gonna be a super-sized special. So stay tuned for that. But till then, Derek, we gotta sign out. We gotta bid
guys.
farewell. So take us
bid
away.
you guys farewell. All right.
Take us away.
We appreciate everybody hanging out and spending time with us. We are gonna be here again next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, get off your butts and ponder the question: what if?
What kind of forever?
What kind of show was this? The best one ever?